Well guys, this is a very exciting moment for me, and hopefully it is for you as well. Forgive me while I snake my way through all of these motorcycles. So I had this big grand idea of doing this unveiling in the showroom where I normally do all my other review videos, but I would have to move every motorcycle you see right here in order to get my bike out. When I say my bike, I really mean our bike. I did buy this for me, but more so to do a build for the channel. You guys have expressed how much you've wanted to see something like that. It's something I'm excited about doing. So I'm gonna jump in head first and we're gonna build a cool ass motorcycle. So if I was the typical YouTuber, I would walk through all of these motorcycles and then have you guys guess which one the bike is and draw this thing out. But as you guys know, I'm not the typical YouTuber. We're not gonna do that. Here she is. So this is a 2020 Softail Standard. Now it's got about 2,300 miles. This is how I bought it. Everything that you see on this motorcycle right now was already on it. So I can't take credit. Also, if you hate it, then you can't hate me for doing it. So we're gonna jump right in with the handlebars. Now this reminds me of like some retro BMX type stuff. And I get it. I mean, I kind of get the vibe. I used to race BMX back in the day and stuff. It's cool, you know, whatever. The red ties in with the spark plug wires, the controls, the seat with the stitching. The problem is, there's your gauges. So, with that bar pad, you can literally see nothing. You can't see your speed, you can't see how much gas, you can't see any of the information you need for your bike. So clearly these bars will change. Now I have ridden this bike a good bit. Like I said, I love the bar height, and normally I like a kickback riser, but I'm not keeping this. But with this seat, it pushes me forward a good bit. So that distance to the bars feels really good for my height. So I do plan on keeping this riser height and this handlebar height. I'll just swap these bars out to something that doesn't have a crossbar on top. That way I can still see my gauges, and we may change the risers. This all just depends. You know, there's still a lot of moving parts, a lot of things to figure out. But for now, I'll just throw a set of bars on, same exact bars, like I said, just with no crossbar. That way I can continue riding it while we're doing stuff. I don't want to order risers and take everything apart and do all that stuff. And with that, these grips are coming off. They're not really the right color red. They don't feel that great. They don't actually fit on the bars. I think this one was worse. Yeah, you can see where it just doesn't have enough room. So then when you grab it, it's all loose right there, which is driving me crazy. He has put, here, let's get this off. He has put the Flow Moto levers on here, which I really like a lot. These are adjustable. If I was putting some on a bike and you're gonna put good stuff but not break the bank, these are what I would go with. As far as the fairing, it has Harley Davidson's little fairing on here, and I guess I didn't realize how expensive that is. This is a $500 fairing. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And it's really hard with this lighting in here to show you guys what I mean, but it seems kind of flat and kind of wide, whereas I would like something a little more narrow and possibly slightly taller, not super tall. So I'm looking for recommendations on that, because I currently do not have anything in mind for what I would want to do with that fairing. Anything that's coming off of this bike will be for sale. I don't have room to store all this stuff. I wish I did, to use on later projects. But if there's anything I mentioned that's coming off that you guys want, let me know and maybe we can work out shipping it out to you. We'll figure out a price. Now, I don't want to give away too much yet, but I do not love these spoke wheels. So wheels have already been ordered. I'll do a separate video on those because in my very humble opinion, they are sick. So I've worked with the wheel company on choosing the right wheel, the right colors, so that should be a good video in itself. I'll show you guys the behind the scenes of the process, because there will be a little bit more involved in the wheels than just mounting and balancing the wheels, putting them on the bike. And while we're up here, let's talk suspension. So I definitely want to put suspension on this bike, whether that just be cartridges in the front and a shock in the rear. I haven't decided yet. Clearly a full inverted front end would be great, but you're talking $5 grand, and you still have to do the rear shock. So we'll kind of see how the budget goes. All that to say, I do need to get this motorcycle up a little bit. So I'm a little heavy right now at about 230 pounds, and just riding by myself, you can kind of see, and I mean, this wasn't aggressive. I don't know if I didn't really get the pegs. I just kind of got it right here a little bit. Again, that wasn't aggressive. That was going around a roundabout at a very normal speed and not trying to lean it over too far or whatever. So I've got to get this bike up when I do that. So hopefully that will be some good content, the process there of getting the suspension, dialing it in for my riding style, lifting the bike up, etc. The guy that owned this motorcycle before bought it brand new here at Timms Harley Davidson. He did all this stuff himself, and then he sold the bike back to the dealership. So as far as I understand, I have a good relationship with him. I'm going to reach out to him. I believe the engine to be completely stock, and I'm not sure if there's a tuner. I think that there should be, because he did a full exhaust system on there. Air cleaner is stock, but still, if I was putting a full exhaust system, I would get a tuner, even if I just put like a factory can tune on there. The bike runs great. There's no spitting or popping. It doesn't seem like it needs to be tuned. It's just, I'm weird about stuff like that, and I want it done a certain way. So I'll see if he has a tuner. With that, when I get the tuner from him, or I buy one, whatever I have to do, I will put the high flow air filter on there. I absolutely love this TBR exhaust. It's got the carbon fiber tip. It is their stainless, and it's already starting to turn kind of gold, which I dig. The heat shields there will stay silver to kind of complement, you know, any chrome that will be left on the bike, which I don't know yet how much there will be. I'm thinking the polished stuff on here needs to be chrome. I don't want to black it out. Then it just turns into a blob. But as far as the engine work, I can't decide. I definitely want to do a cam, and I'll run the SNS 475 cam. And at that point, I'll do the cam plate and the oil pump with that. As you've already seen, it's got the Flow Moto pegs, which I am a big fan of. These things are super comfortable. They're just the right size, where they're bigger than a regular peg, like wider. And then they do have this pretty aggressive grip right here with these pins. So he's done that all the way around with your brake, your shifter, your pegs. As he's got it set up now with the red, I think it's a good amount of red. Again, I don't like the grips or that bar pad, but I don't know if the red's gonna stay. Let me know what you guys think. The only problem being, I think I can remove these pins, and I can have one of my buddies powder coat these the color that I was thinking about changing them to. Problem being, I absolutely love the Saddleman seat that this bike comes with, but the stitching is red. So then I'm gonna sell this seat and then have to pony up the dough to get one with the new color of stitching. That's about it. I'm gonna do one more quick walk around just to let you guys kind of see the bike. Maybe that will inspire some ideas. You can send them my way. I'm super excited. It's a 2020 with 2,300 miles, basically a brand new bike, and still pretty much a blank canvas. There's still a lot of things I would like to do to this bike, a lot of things I haven't mentioned. Those are just kind of priority right now. So, like I said, wheels are already on the way. The problem with wheels are right now there's a 4 to 6 week lead time. So it may be a little bit before you see that video, but I promise it'll be worth the wait. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I am extremely excited to start this bike build and bring you guys along on the way. Like I said, leave me comments of ideas or things you would do if this were your bike. Please like the video, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you in the next one.